The new Curriculum Trak Staff Evaluations tool will allow your school to fully manage the evaluation process of all your teachers and staff members. Like Curriculum Trak, this module is clean, simple, and extremely customizable. As administrators, you will be able to set up your evaluations for the entire school year ahead of time. Those evaluations can contain teacher self-evaluations, as well as formative and summative evaluations done by reviewers. You can also set up these evaluations to be for your entire staff or just certain groups of staff members or even individual staff members. You'll also be able to set up any number of evaluations that will take place during the school year and can specify the date range when those would take place. And of course, you can create and add summative assessments as well. For these assessments, you can also create your own teacher standards or adopt standards that have already been created. You can have any number of standards and can choose those standards and view those. Those standards can be structured in any way that's advantageous for your school. Teachers will be able to use this tool to complete self-evaluations using a predefined rubric as well as predefined areas. So in this case, I'm going to start a self-evaluation so you can see what that process looks like. So these are the list of standards that the teacher will self-evaluate themselves on, and they can specify using the predefined rubric whether they have met, partially meets, does not meet, meets, or exceeds. This is completely customizable by your school administrators. At the bottom, you can also specify any number of fields where staff can put in narratives related to that as well. They can work through that process and save their progress partway through if they want to come back and finish later, or they can save and post it at any time as well. Teachers will also be notified via email once their supervisor completes an evaluation on their performance, so they can review that evaluation and can add their own digital signature. So here's an example of what that might look like where they add their digital signature and save it. When teachers first log into their Staff Evaluations account, they will be able to see the status of their evaluations as well as view any announcements that might be shared out by the administrators themselves. As reviewers, you'll be able to conduct formative and summative assessments on any staff members that have been assigned to you. And you can see the progress of those at any time as well. This tool certainly streamlines the process of providing evaluations. However, one of the greatest attributes of this product is the evaluation or the analytic tools. Some of the analytic tools include our evaluation status. So you can pull up any years of collection and you can see the progress of those evaluations. So in this case, notice all my staff evaluations, the self-evaluations of teachers assigned to me have not been completed except for Tracy Ellen submitted hers on this date. The red indicates not started, yellow means started but not completed, and green indicates that it has been submitted. Another report is the evaluation collection report. This allows you to pull up any collection and you can choose specific staff members if you want to build a report on that staff member where you can see the list of standards and how that teacher performed at the fall as well as the spring or however many evaluations that you set up for that school year. And you can work here all the way down, and you can also see all their accommodations, recommendations, teacher reflections, and so forth for each of those evaluation timelines or evaluation periods. We also have multiple assessments over time. So this would allow me to pull up any list of standards that we might be assessing our teachers against. We can choose the terms. So if there's multiple terms, so I want to look at this teacher's data longitudinally over time over the last 2 years, I can choose several staff members or again, just one staff member. And I can see hopefully progress with each of these standards over time as time progresses. A third report, our fourth report, is the combined performance report. And this allows us as a school to see which standards where we're currently very strong and other standards where we're maybe not as strong as we would like to be. So I'll go ahead and just choose for this particular year, and we can see each of the standards, see what percent of the teachers are at a level 4 versus level 3, 2, and 1, and so forth, and then also shows an average score for each of those. So for instance, in this domain, we can see that this is probably our lowest score. And right now, I'm not displaying those, but I can also display those descriptors as well if I want to, so I can see specifically what that standard is. While this product is extremely easy to use, as I mentioned earlier, it's completely customizable. In this admin area, we can set up our glossary, we can set up our templates, our standards, our collections. Everything here is completely customizable. To learn more about the Staff Evaluations tool, we recommend that you schedule a demo with our support team by going to curriculumtrak.com and clicking on the Schedule a Demo button found on many of the pages and filling out the form.